Well, hello once again, farming friends. Welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy, Mistermoose. And as you can see, the sun is coming up once again on our beautiful farm here in the province of North Brabant. And we're here at the BGA. Thought I'd touch up where we left off because it has been a little bit of time since we've been here on the farm. So as you can see in our last video, we were unloading this BGA silo bunker and taking all the silage over here and dumping it in with the conveyor belt. That is finished up. We were also filling this one up. I did go ahead and get it completely full to the brim. So we are going to have a ton of silage to dump in and make some more money with. And right now we are about 29% full. So maybe this evening we'll have some more to put in there and get some more cash in, because we are definitely going to need the cash. Remember, we did take the cash that we got, about $250,000, and we took that and we bought ourselves a new combine, a big case, and then we've also got what else did we get? Here's the old case. We got the cutter head for it, and then I did go ahead and get the locking header trailer that we discussed in the video. Now, that was all for naught. I'm sort of getting really irritated by this. As you can see, the header is way down there, laying on the ground. It was right here. This is where I had it parked, right here next to these tires, and I had it on the trailer. And let me tell you, the trailer worked great. It's a modded trailer that I got off of Mod Hosters, has a locking script. You put the header on it, you lock it, you run into a tree, and the header stays on the trailer. So the mod is excellent. The problem is the physics in Giant's coding is crap, and so no matter what you do, these headers, if you put them on a trailer, they're going to slide all over the map and eventually bounce themselves off or hit something and fall completely off. So this is where the header is now situated. I parked it there, and within 30 minutes it slid all over here, and I thought, well, I was going to hold it and just leave it where it's at until we could get a chance to do a video and show you it. Just ridiculous. I'm sorry, but that's the kind of just lack of attention to detail that's just unacceptable from a game manufacturer. What, did no one in the office there play the game with a combine and actually park ahead in a farm and realize that it was going to slide all the way across the map? It has nothing to do with the map. It does it on Bjornholm, it does it on Westbridge, it does it on any modded map. It doesn't matter. It's a glitch in the game, and they should fix it. And when they do this magical patch that is yet to appear, when they do it, if they don't patch that's just absurd, because it's ridiculous. I had it on my big country. It slid all the way across the map and went through the fence at the dairy farm to where the combine head was stuck in the fence, and I couldn't get it out. Had to reset it, which now, I mean, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to drag the head back to the farm, then take it off of the trailer with the combine and set it on the ground, and then find somewhere else to put your trailer, and then do that every time you want to move ahead. I got news for you. That's not the way it works in the real world. Sorry. Maybe you guys, instead of going to a petting zoo, ought to go to a real farm one day and do some research on what it is, because that's just ridiculous, and it's just the fact that they don't fix it is just stupid. But anyways, enough of my bitching and moaning. So that's where that's at. So my rant for the day is over. So what we're gonna do today is a little planting. I can fix that off screen. You don't have to watch me fix my sliding header. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and plant a little wheat today. It's 5:30. Yes, I already know the weather ahead is going to rain today. Looked at the radar. It should be here about 11 o'clock. So trying to get a couple of fields planted before the rain gets here, and we'll do that. And along the way, while we're planting, I'll discuss some things that are coming up this week and what we're going to be doing in this with the video series moving forward. So you may notice I did a little mod review on a map this week for a map called Ringwoods. No, I'm not switching over to that map. Will I play it in the future? Possibly. It's kind of a nice map. I sort of like it, but it is not something I'm actively looking for as far as a new map to play. Basically what I've decided to do is pick a map once a week and do a drive-through and comment on it, just to showcase some of the maps that are out there, because I am constantly looking for a new map. Not necessarily that I'm tired of the ones I'm playing, but I'm always looking. You never know, you may find something out there that is just too good to pass up. So constantly on the lookout for something that would be fun and interesting to play. And so while I'm doing that, I figure, well, why not take you along for the ride? Because I'm sure those of you who are playing the game, you're also constantly looking for a new map, and maybe something that I point out you might actually like. So that's my whole point with the map review. So I plan on doing a map a week, and if you guys enjoy that, we might do a little bit more, but definitely going to be looking at a map a week, and just doing a little drive-through video, 30-40 minutes long, to showcase everything instead of doing these musical. You know, there's some guys out there that do all these maps, and they do some really artsy flybys, and they make everything really pretty and set it to music, but they don't talk about the features, they don't point out anything, and so that's just kind of what I'm going to do. It might be something you're interested in. If not, that day you might not want to watch the video, but hopefully you guys will like it. So that's on my plan of things to do, and as well as just kind of going to explore some more mods. I may not put all the mods that I start talking about in the game, but I will showcase them, because there's some interesting mods out there that you might like that I may not particularly have interest in. But if I find one that is somewhat interesting, I'll point it out to you, and it might be something that you want to put in your gameplay. You might not be as critical of mods as I am, and so I don't want to hold back from pointing out something that looks really good and plays functional, and while it may not be completely realistic, you might want to put it in your game, whereas I might not. So probably do a little bit more on the mod side of it as well. As far as gameplay goes, we're going to continue with North Brabant. We are in hard mode. We are starting to accumulate some money, so we'll be able to update some equipment pretty soon. We've got all of the potatoes that are going to need to be harvested pretty soon, and we'll be using the rental mod for that. A little bit of a glitch is developed in that rental mod, and when we do rent the potato harvester, we'll take a look at it and see if it actually is an issue for us. Some folks have told me that there's an issue with drive control, that when you use the rental mod and drive control together, that it kind of glitches a little bit, to where if you do a hired worker, you may not be able to regain control of the mod. And what you have to do is just turn the power. You have to shut the engine off, get out of it, get back in it, turn it back on, and it works fine. So we'll check that out when we do the potato harvest. But so yeah, we've got that coming up, and as we get all that silage dumped in, we'll be able to afford some more equipment. Might get some of the new JCB stuff in here, but we're going to continue on with this map, because we still got to get our beef and our piggies up to got to get them up to sell. And speaking of selling, probably this week we will probably take our first chickens to a sell point and unload those. I figure when it starts raining, that's something that we can do. I have looked into how to get the chickens out. There's actually been a interesting struggle to get those out. There are several mods out there that I have found that say they will haul chickens, and you put them in and they don't. And They're just not going to do it. I finally found 2 trailers that say they hold poultry, and they actually do. And so now we can actually do that video. At this time we've got 10 that are harvestable, and then by that time maybe we'll have a couple of more. But we'll get that done, and we'll get those guys taken to market, and I'll show you exactly what you have to do, where the trigger is at in there, because it is a little tricky. I had a little bit of time finding it, and actually I had to go into wireframe to figure out where the trigger was for it. So, but now that I've got that figured out, I can pass that and show that to you guys. So if you're doing the fattening chickens, you can actually do that. So that's coming up this week as well with this map. We'll be back with My Big Country this week as well. Got something I'm working on with it. My Big Country is just basically going to become a play toy now. It's going to be where we put all our stupid fun mods and enjoy it, because it is a successful farm. It's generating income rapidly. If you didn't see it, I did go ahead and add a whole bunch of more fruit trees onto it, as well as the strawberry greenhouses, and did the video for the second installment of the apple mod. I had a little glitch with that particular map the other night. After I did the video for the apple mod, part 2, the fruit and berries, I went in, there was an updated version of it, I put it in, and when I went back into the game, I had some issues with frame rates, and the game just was locking up and being crazy, and I don't know if it was it or the UPK or what, but I thought I had lost the map. I ended up having to sell all the trees, the greenhouses, everything, so I could try to load in without the UPK and without the apple mod in there. Finally, I just took everything out, took all the mods out, put all the mods back in, put fresh versions of all the UPK stuff in, and problem is solved and fixed. So I still have it, but I had to go back in and replace all the trees and replace the greenhouses. But while I was at it, I did go ahead and take the opportunity to take out the stock in-game tree houses. Why did I say tree houses? Greenhouses. I took out the stock greenhouses and put in the T2K modding greenhouses. So later on this week, there'll probably be a mod review on the T2K greenhouses. They're a little bit different than the stock ones, and you have to haul the produce. So we'll be showing that later on this week as well. And a couple of other little things I got planned for that My Big Country map, with another mod or two that I found this week that'll be fun. So that's coming up. And then probably going to be doing some multiplayer video as well. Been hanging out with Landy Kid and his friends, and you know, with Recon, Raven, Deputy P, and we were all on the multiplayer server the other night playing. It was a lot of fun. It was my first time to do some multiplayer in the game, and I have to tell you, it's much more enjoyable doing it multiplayer than it is single. It's sort of refreshing not to have to do every aspect of the farm, to have some people that you can rely on to help you out with it. You know, I've been leery of doing the multiplayer thing just because I didn't want to get on servers with a whole bunch of people that, you know, weren't respectful and weren't, you know, having fun with it, and they were just goofing off the whole time. I mean, you don't want to get on a server with somebody who's just, you know, messing around and wrecking everything and driving tractors into one another, and you know, when you jump out of your seeder tractor for a second, they jump in it and steal the seeder, and so you can't get back into it while you're planting a field. Recon. But anyways, y'all can't tell that happened the other night, can you? But you know, you do want to play with some people that you can trust, that aren't gonna get in and burn your field, or you know, right after you plant a field, they go in and cultivate it and mess you up just out of spite. So it's nice to be on with some people that take it a little bit more, not say serious, but they enjoy the game, and they don't goof off as much, nearly as much. They have fun while they're doing it. So you'll probably see a video or two, some multiplayer stuff coming that way. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Did add a few mods in this week that I may not have told you about, or you may haven't seen in the videos. I did do a review earlier on the new PDA mod, or it's not really new. It's been around for a couple of months, but it hasn't been something that I was going to put into the game. Honestly, I had told people, oh, I'm not going to use that. I don't have any need for it. And now I'm sort of stupid because I said that, because I hadn't used it and I didn't really see any benefit for it. Now that I've actually put it in the game and had a chance to play with it some, I like it. I like it a lot. Since mainly for the fact that I can reference what I've got going on in my inventory without stopping the rest of the game down. And you know, if you go into the stock Giants PDA information, whatever, you end up locking down the game until you come out of it. Just like when you go into the store, it locks everything in the game down until you come out of the store. Well, the PDA does the same thing, but if you have this new PDA, which is, well, VG PDA, it will actually let you just bring the PDA up. And you guys are familiar with it if you played FS13, but it lets you bring it up and it doesn't stop the game. So I really do like that, and it's a nice feature to have. So I did install that. Like I said, it's been out for a couple of months. It's not anything new, but I am going to be playing with that. And if you haven't seen the little explanation I did on it earlier, check that out. The video's up on the channel. Another mod that I added in, and it came from doing multiplayer with Landy Kid, was down in the bottom right hand corner of my vehicle HUD. You'll see it'll say like 7.4 LTR. It's a fuelage add-on, a fuel add-on that just adjusts your fuel consumption to be a little bit more realistic. In game, the fuel consumption is not even hardly noticeable. I mean, unless you're using a modded tractor that has fuel consumption adjusted in it, you're not really getting an accurate fuel consumption. Most of the stuff in game is just way off, and so we were using that on the dedicated server. We were playing with the adjusted fuel consumption, and I thought, well, I'm just going to add that into my game as well, because it does add a little bit more realism into it. So I'll be using that mod as well. The new JCB stuff is out. You've seen the video on that, probably countless ones. We'll incorporate that into the map as well as we start buying new gear. As far as new gear, I've got to go ahead and get a new trailer for the livestock. And like I said, I've got a couple of options that I actually found out there that function and work, and we'll just purchase whichever one of them. One of them's really expensive, but it's got a really cool animation on it. I might purchase it when I do the chickens part of it. I might purchase it, do the video, and then not save the game, and then come back and I'll just redo everything just to show you the trailer, because it has got a nice animation on the back of it. But I'll probably stick with the Joshkins tractor just because it's a little bit smaller, and the big long one that there's a Flegel trailer that's made for livestock that it's just a bit too long for this map, so probably won't use it. We'll probably use the Joshkins, but we'll just look at the prices. Honestly, offhand, I can't recall how expensive. I know the Flegel one's like $80,000, so gonna have to be purchasing one of those though if we're gonna start moving livestock around. And but we'll get into all that when we do the chickens mod. And I'd like to get another tractor. I'd like to incorporate some of the JCB stuff into the map. So we'll be purchasing some of that stuff coming up. One thing I really like getting into that JCB. You didn't get into too much depth in the first look at it when it came out, because really I just wanted to showcase the tractors and go into the basics of them, so people could see what they look like, and that way if you were on the fence about buying it or not, you could go ahead and see what they look in game. But after playing with it a little bit more, really like that wheel loader, in the sense that it's about 3 meters taller than the stock in-game wheel loader. And what that means for you is if you're doing forestry, when you go to load logs into a forestry trailer with the front grapple, you can actually get up over the edge easily and load and actually let the logs fall into the trailer without having to worry about catching the side of the trailer or getting hung on the side of the trailer. So it's really pretty nice. I know I'm missing a few spots here and there. I'll clean that up in a little bit. So other than that, they're a lot of fun to use, I'll tell you that much. The wheel loader is really, I enjoy using it. Not so much on the skid steer though. I haven't really, it takes a little getting used to the turning on it and the behavior of it, so I haven't really messed with it too much yet. It's pretty fun though. So that's about it. That's about what's going on. I did go ahead this week and set up a Facebook page as well as a Twitter account for the gaming videos. So you'll see the links to those in the show notes as well. Mainly because there's been like times when I'm off camera doing things that I could take still pictures of and comment on, but I hadn't, because I really didn't have a place to share those. And so I went ahead and set up a Facebook fan page, and not that I think I have fans or anything, but just as a way to communicate some other stuff off camera, as well as share some other videos that I find that are interesting that you might want to see, or news related articles or things like that. So that's up now, and I'll update that daily and try and keep it going on a regular basis. So lots going on, and I just want to welcome everybody who's a new subscriber this week. I really appreciate it. It's nice to see the channel start to grow, and glad you guys are enjoying what we're doing. If you have any comments, make sure you leave them, and I try to get back to them. Pretty much check daily, and I try to respond every day, and I'll try to keep up with all of them, try to respond to you guys. If it just gets overwhelming, we'll try to respond to some of them in the videos, but it's manageable right now with just a few people that I've got subscribed. So you know, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate you watching the videos, and if you have any comments, feel free to share them. Alrighty, this is so much nicer with a 6 meter seeder than that little 3 meter. So it looks like Sven didn't have any kind of problem dumping. I'm always a little leery. I had to record a new route to go into that BGA, and I did it. I didn't really test it before I ran it, so, but I think I've got that whole thing figured out. I'm still on the fence about updating Courseplay. It's been pointed out to me that the developer of Courseplay, the version that I'm using and the version that is available on most of your mod sites, is of course not the current developers version. And it's been pointed, I would think that in the developers version it would be my thinking, and of course I'm new to Farm Simulator, so I don't know what's been in the past, but it's been brought to my attention that in the past the developer doesn't necessarily update the public version frequently, if at all. So the version I'm running right now, it hasn't been updated. Oops, hit the wrong button there. It hasn't been updated in at least a month, or even more, while the developer's version is pretty much updated every day. So I've been kind of on the fence about updating that, as I wanted to be using the same version that most everyone would download. But at this point I'm thinking, as I see some of the features that are in the current versions, I'm thinking I may update it, and so may have to go and redo some things, as far as some Courseplay tutorials that I've already recorded, but we'll just have to look and see. But that's something that may happen. I'm still on the fence about that. It's like I said, my original idea is to keep everything as close to what the average person would do when they were doing it, or as far as what they're using. And not too many people are going to go in and get the developer's version and go through the installation of the developer's version and mess with updating it on a regular basis. So that's been my only hesitation for going and getting it, but I'm starting to lean that way. So don't be surprised if I do that here in the near future. That's about it. It'll be interesting to see if we get a ton of mods start showing up out there, now that the JCB pack is out and the Luafowl is out there. It's the rumor is that there will be a lot of mods come out now that the modders have that Luafowl. So it'll be interesting to see if that actually happens. If it does, we'll be checking out some more equipment. Alright. Well, pretty big field here. I forgot to start my stopwatch. Not really sure when I started this video now. Isn't that the way it always happens? So while we're playing this, let's go ahead and take a look at our livestock. I'll bring you up to date with where we're at and how we're doing with it. Let me make my turn here. Alright, so we're in the fattening charge for the pigs. We got 2 slaughter weight. We're still at 100% productivity, even though we don't have any earth fruits. Now, I do know we can get with the earth fruits, it'll probably get us up to 110%, and I'm wondering if we don't grab more slaughter weight faster by doing that. So it'll be after we get the potatoes harvested. We'll see. We'll take a look at it and see how it goes. Maybe we'll get some faster growth once we do that. And then we have the chicken amounts, we're up to 10. We're at 100% productivity there. Still not using any kind of earth fruits. So, you know, again, if you're under the belief that you have to have earth fruits to get started with beef or pigs, we've come to figure out that that's just not true. So if you are playing a modded map, you've got beef, pigs, or chicken, and you're holding off to do it because you're thinking, well, I can't do it until I get potatoes, go ahead and get started. All you got to have is a grain, some TMR, and the water, and then straw. So grain, straw, TMR, water. Those seem to be the key essentials to getting started with your chicken, beef, or pigs. And if you look at the beef, we're same as the pigs, 2 slaughter weight, still 100% with those, and we're doing pretty good. And then it did look like, one thing I was watching was to see if my milk got picked up, because I wasn't real sure about that. So we'll check out our cows. We still got 3,900 milk in there, but we were up to about 8,000 liters of milk, and with that gone, that leads me to believe that the milk is being picked up at midnight or at some point of the evening, early in the morning, so we do not have to haul milk. So that's a good thing. There's actually a mod out now called Stop Milk, and you can actually put that into the game if you wanted to, and it would stop the milk delivery, and you'd have to manually take to a sell point. It's part of that Coleborough Farms map, the new Coleborough Park farm, and that's kind of the reason I ended up with this PDA. I was checking out that map. A lot of people have been talking about how nice it was. I'd seen Coleborough Farms being played by a lot of people, but then someone mentioned Coleborough Park, and I thought, well, I wonder if it's different, what's new about it, and everything else like that. So I downloaded it, and it did require the PDA. So that's what got me started on down the route of using the PDA. And it also has that Stop Milk mod in it, so that you have to take your milk to the farm. And it does say it's a required mod. If you're thinking about playing that mod, I put it in without it and didn't have any problems. I'm not so sure that it probably will go ahead and deliver the milk without you having to do anything, without putting that script in. So if you're not a fan of hauling milk, you'd probably be able to do it without putting that script in. Don't hold me 100% to that because I didn't test it out, but seeing as the map loaded just fine without it, I'm thinking it will probably run no problems without that. So it's a good looking map though. If there weren't so many people playing it, I'd jump all over it, but it seems like everybody and their brother's playing it. And someone said to me the other night, well, play it, just have a map you record on and a map you play on. And I don't have that much time to devote to Farm Simulator, so I think I'll just stick with what I got going on, because if I'm going to play something, I might as well record on it and make a little bit of content, because I got to get a video done, and then I got to play, and you got to make progress on the farms, because y'all don't want to see the same thing every day. I mean, me seeding these fields could be a week's worth of videos, and I don't think you really want to watch all that. So we're just about done with this field, and like I said, I didn't start a stopwatch on this, so I don't know how long this video's run. It could be pretty lengthy, so we'll go ahead and finish this one up. I'm going to call this a video, and when we come back, we'll hopefully probably be around the rain time, and so the next video might be doing the chickens, getting them out of the pens, and or maybe we'll have some potatoes ready to harvest, and we can get into that. I'll probably seed some more fields. I don't want to get too many fields seeded before the rain, so I'll probably just have a couple, because after the rain we're gonna have all those potato fields to harvest, and I just don't see in having so many fields ready to that we can't get to all of them. So anyways, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it today, and as always, I appreciate your time. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a like down there, thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I do a new video every single day for you. Alright, new video will be posted tomorrow, so come on back and enjoy me then. Until then, have yourself a great day, stay safe as always, and I will see you then. Thanks for watching. I'm Mistermoose. It's Farming Simulator 2015, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks again for watching this video, and if you made it all the way to the end, well, maybe you liked it. So give me a big old thumbs up. That like goes a long way. Also, subscribe to this channel. I will update the videos every single day, so there'll always be something new for you to see. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back again tomorrow. Thanks for your support.